Oh, so it was progressing slowly. And you were letting it happen.
Yeah, and I was like, in my head, I was like, this doesn't work. She's like, oh, nice. Oh, I like that. Do it again. Yeah, no. Yeah.
So you have an essay that worked.
On a more serious note, recently.
Huh? Don't say re in any sentence.
I said recently.
Nah.
This guy, he said, don't say re. Oh my god, that is so dumb.
But you heard what I heard.
Yeah.
Don't talk about SA.
Is that why you went,
Don't say re.
Okay,
Don't say SA and then go re.
Okay,
no,
lately.
don't mix me in foul fuckeries, bro.
Lately.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Does that even look like me?
Different strokes. I'ma give your girl strokes. Different strokes. I'ma give your girl strokes. Now my mum wants to call me back.
Definitely looks like
you're going to have to wait.
I'ma give your girl strokes.
I don't know what song you
What kind of girl are you giving strokes?
Yeah. Anyone that have it, really?
I'm actually interested in what it looks like.
Are you planning to do that, Kadia?
Huh?
Are you planning on giving girls
I'll work it out when it comes to it.
I'm just gonna work it out. I'm just gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Strap it, innit?
Work it out. Do you know what I mean?
Strap.
Ugh. No.
How else you gonna do it?
Finger.
Hey, yo.
Disgusting.
You're lucky that we're recorded.
Okay.
It is recorded.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm gonna
mad.
finger bang it.
You know you're recorded, you know?
That's fine. That's fine.
That's
fine.
insane.
Oh my god.
Listen, this is episode 246. Is it 246? 5. This is This is 245 with the DP
One
podcast.
finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, how many
Found
fingers?
myself, Reese. You in the studio tomorrow, right?
It's disgusting.
You have a studio tomorrow, right?
Okay.
You're not used to sitting in the middle, are you?
No, she's not.
What do you mean, her?
To her, right?
No, I just expected someone else to reply.
Behind the camera?
Gabrielle.
Jesus.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Man United, that Arsenal player, crazy.
Yeah, wow.
So I just had to add a bit of...
You tried to put Panaz on it.
Well, you wanna be like him,
You know what I mean?
'cause-
A bit of just was.
Postoise.
Yeah, it's a bit of, you know...
Even though you're late.
You know that reminds
Even
me
though
of?
you're late and I don't care, but how are you?
I'm so sorry. I'm alright, I'm better now. I'm always better when I see you lot, so that's a good thing. But, guys, before we delve in, I'm going to quickly dissect. I've had a day.
Mark, can you pass me that drink, please, on the table?
I've had a day, right?
Fuck it.
This morning, I haven't been to the office for probably about 2 weeks. Obviously, after being unwell, I wasn't in the office, but I was still working. Coming to the office today, felt discombobulated getting ready this morning. Almost forgot I was actually coming into the office. Then I've come in. My train's delayed. Fair. Managed to get in on time to work. I was like, oh, that's fine. This is a great day. On top of that, last minute accounts needing launches and stuff from people that haven't sent things across and expect me to work magic. So I've been stressed to my ear rolls. Right? Mm-hmm. Then I've checked the weather today. It's not going to rain. That's all right. Leaving work. Oh, it's raining. I actually have a brolly in my locker at work, but I've left it in the office. Walking. Oh, there goes my bus just as I went to get on it. There's one in 6 minutes. That's cool. Then it starts to piss down. Got on the bus. Someone opened the window. More rain come through. Started walking. Got off the bus. Fucking dark. Walking really fast. Walked right into a puddle. Need I go on? Them fucking dunks. Sick of them. I'm fucking sick of them because the laces are too short and they keep getting wet. And then it's made my trousers wet, it's made my socks wet, everything's fucking wet.
Some would say that if you relaced your trainers better and you carry the umbrella and weren't moving like an English person, you probably would have been dry.
Yeah, maybe. And then that wouldn't have been the issue. Luckily the trainers need to go in the wash anyway, so it's fine.
So yeah, Mark, how are you?
The director's cut version, I'm okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, see, I didn't want to give the director's cut.
You got like under 24 hours before you.
Yeah.
I like.
From
Giving them
gun.
girl strokes.
Yeah. Cuckoo.
Jamaica.
Different strokes, here we give them girl strokes.
And the party
Yeah.
It's 2 drinks, girl. Hold on.
How are you,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah.
I'm decent, man.
Can sing that to them. Be like, yes, babes.
I'm decent. Getting through the motions with a couple things, but we don't complain. We endure. Gabrielle.
Hear that?
Yeah.
Brazilian,
Gabrielle.
Nigerian. What's going on?
So you know, it reminds me of I was saying. You know when Arsenal signed. I need to show that to you.
I don't think Gabriel's seen it either.
When Arsenal signed David Luiz, and I think was it Lippy, and he was angry. He was like,
Why we found
"It's
David?
nothing about David Luiz is Brazilian. Hey, David Luiz, that's a man like
David
David
Lewis.
David Lewis.
Lewis, you know.
That was too funny. I was like, alright, yeah, well done. That is funny. That was funny. That's a man like David Lewis.
That's what I hear now. Let's jump into this pod.
Quick question.
Oh God, go ahead.
Before we go into anything, has anyone got any TV and movie recommendations for me?
No, that can be done at the end.
Oh, you see that?
Gabriel,
You see that?
you in pre-prep, we were talking about that whole
Right off.
DoorDash disaster shit.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain it for the people in the room who haven't?
Yeah.
Look at the smile on his face.
So, it obviously.
Waste, man.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh.
He's not
Ben
007.
Could have been Ben 10. Yeah, go
I'm
on.
watching now, but
Go on.
yeah. So cool. Basically, there was an incident recently where a woman has
The DoorDash delivery driver.
DoorDash delivery driver, female. She's
Woman, you can't say female. No more.
sorry, woman. Sorry, woman. Sorry to all the females out there. Right, so
Wow.
so let me get so with this situation now, she's delivering the food, but the note on the delivery is drop the food by the door. Okay. Now, she said first thing she's done when she's arrived to the door, is she's peeped into the house and seen that the guy is sleeping naked with his dick out. Yeah? And she's taken out her phone and she's recorded it.
What?
And she says,
But she's winning everything he's rights to. So
she said, this is effed up. This is sexual assault. He's sexually assaulted me or whatever. Indecent exposure. But the guy is sleeping on his sofa. I don't know what's happened to him, but his
door's wide open.
Yeah.
His door's wide open.
Maybe he's just had a session and just, you know.
Now.
Wait, he's front.
She's posted
America,
this.
more people leave their front doors open. But imagine like this frame of the store.
No, I get it,
So
but
we
like,
walk up. Say I walk up, and then he's. Say I
It's a
walk
jar.
up. But no, it's open. Like
Okay.
imagine that door's open, and I walk this way, and then he's to the left, but he's on a sofa, and he's just front on Front Street, but his hands are covering, but front Street.
Yeah.
She's recorded, man. Like she's recorded it and been like, "Oh, I came in to drop off the food," and recorded it and then posted it to her TikTok. So
So she's put it on her
Sounds like a corn story, but yeah, carry
now
on.
she's put it on her TikTok, and she was like, "I'm gonna report him to DoorDash because he sexually assaulted me by doing that." So she's reported him to DoorDash, and what DoorDash have done is they've suspended his account, but upon further investigation, DoorDash actually suspended her account afterwards.
They fired her, bro.
And then she came out and made a video saying, "I'm the victim in this situation. I've been essayed and this is what's happened to me. I've lost my job, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to sue DoorDash," all of that kind of stuff, yeah? Now, the internet is torn between who's in the right, who's in the wrong,
Why is
right?
the internet torn?
Did she commit essay or did he commit essay?
Did she film him?
Now, she
Butt
filmed
naked?
him butt naked.
She committed essay,
And
but
she posted it
recorded
on her-
Thank you.
and she put it online.
Thank you, right?
You can't commit
So-
essay unconscious, and regardless
Yeah,
of whether
if-
you're meant to be naked or not. The
exactly.
man's asleep.
Right? Thank
Mutually,
you.
they're both in the wrong.
Now, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what I'm saying. I wouldn't say the guy's in the wrong off the back. And the reason why I wouldn't say the guy's in the wrong is because of this, right?
I would say
If I'm
scatty.
delivering food to someone and I see a naked woman passed out on I see a naked woman passed out on the sofa, right?
Can I just ask?
Yeah, go on.
It's like a normal house. It's not like
Yeah.
flats and it's left. It's like just a house.
Yeah.
And it's open and man's in there.
Yeah, it's just a house with an open door. So. What'd you say?
Maybe he's got open door policy.
So if I come to the US, that's crazy. So that's
no composure at all.
That's mad. I saw madness.
But pay attention.
Yeah, no.
Just leave it on what it's on. Just leave it on what's on, and then finish your story.
Cool.
Because you're doing.
So what's happened is that happens now.
Why are you stuttering, bro?
If I go to a house,
there's no beanies here apart from Katie. Chill out, bro.
Like if I go to a house. And in that house, that's another assist for works. Anyway, yeah. If I go to a yard, no, this is the one I need. I've got money in
Sort
this.
yourself out, man.
So if I go to a house and there's a naked woman on a sofa, right, and I'm just there to deliver food, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to drop the food by the door, as it says in the instructions, right, and then I would call the police to do a welfare check on that woman.
Fair.
I wouldn't go into the house. I would call the police to do a welfare check. Hey, listen, I just came to drop some food and I've seen a naked woman. I don't know if she's alive.
She may be passed out or whatever.
The door's wide open. It could be some form of crime.
Cover your arse at all times.
Yeah, come and check her.
But
that's what I'm doing.
Would you close the door?
But Gabs, with that,
no,
do you think that's generally how some men think?
What word is that?
Yeah.
Generally.
Generally, yeah. I definitely think that's how the majority of men. I think that's how the majority of men will think, unless they were creeps. Unless they were creeps. This new generation Gen Z guys
of recording.
Yeah, might
recording
take
shit
out their phone.
And then
I wouldn't record that.
Yeah, no.
I would not record something.
If you really
like
thought
that.
he was sexually harassing you, you would just call the police and be like, "I've just delivered food and a man is left with da 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 da." Why have you put it on the internet, dickhead?
Yeah.
The first thing you said was originally when the call was made for the food or whatever it was for food. I don't know if DoorDash works at Uber Eats. I'm not American.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Was the note not? Did the note just say? Did the note not say leave it on the doorstep?
Yeah. So leave it on the
follow
doorstep.
instructions.
Right.
Now I can understand why they're both in the wrong, because ultimately, if he's there doing up meaty Mondays, and then she's just like, oh shit, I can understand why she can be seen as, oh yeah, I think his behaviour is incredibly problematic. But you also don't have the right to film someone, because that in itself can come across as revenge porn, because you put it on TikTok.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think if she doesn't put it on TikTok and she reports it to DoorDash,
she could be.
It's fine.
She may be still in her job.
But then she's trying to say, yeah, it's sexual assault, the sexual ring.
No, but even
I think there's an element of sexual harassment.
Yeah, it's not assault. She's got the wording completely wrong.
Right, yeah. But the issue with this entire process is not even so much that it's her harassment, it's the fact of her actions don't help her situation, because she's made a decision to do something which then exposes him to the wider network. If he wanted to sue her, he could.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's dumb, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I think. That's what I think. That's my opinion on it. I just think it's so avoidable. The whole situation is so avoidable. And I always say this to people, my close ones, my loved ones. I always tell them that life is about margins. It's the smallest of decisions. And that you've got to make so quick sometimes. But you just have to make sure you make the right decision. Right? Me in that situation, I'll be scared. Why is there a naked woman on the floor or on the sofa not moving?
When they know
they just ordered some food. This doesn't seem right, and the door's wide open.
Quick one. Not that this... Well, it may matter depending how you look at it. How long was... Do we know the time frame?
What, from ordering the food and...
Yeah. I'm not too sure, but then there's another thing that people are saying as well. People said that she changed her story. She said she opened up the door a little bit, because it was a bit...
That's what I wanted to say. Was it ajar? Yeah. And where it's ajar where... if you walk up to the door, you can't see anything, but if you push it open, then you can see.
Yeah,
because then that's technically invasion of privacy.
Yeah, people are saying she opened the door.
If she opened the door, then she's a fool.
What's that Cardi B album called? The first one?
Invasion of privacy.
Okay, cool. Functional.
Huh?
I'm just trying to remember.
No, but it is though.
Ultimately, people are sick.
Huh?
Ultimately, people need to just mind their business, bro. Just do it.
Honestly,
this whole recording
you
shit.
You don't need to do that. That's dumb.
And then you're gonna lie about it.
Yeah, in this life.
Yeah, because you're gonna lie about it because people called you up on it, and now you feel like a victim.
Yeah.
Fool.
Moving on from that anyway.
It's nice to know.
It's nice to know that us lot are kind of on the same page. At your feet. So, I'm not sure who had this topic yet, but we're talking about like, in the world we're living in and all the chaos that's kind of ensuing, that a lot of Gen Z men are now finding Christ. I'm not sure whose topic was it, Mark's. It's one of your topic thing about men now finding like kind of
Gen Z men, is it men in particular?
Yeah, Gen Z men in particular now finding Christ, like they're finding religion, they're kind of finding.
Are you talking about the Kurt Franklin clip I got?
No, bro, I don't know what a Kurt Franklin clip is. I can talk about this if you want to.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So,
I have no idea what this is.
Finding Christ.
but basically, there was a stat that went around about maybe last week or a week before about a lot more Gen Z men. So what's Gen Z? It's like what, 23 and below?
Yeah.
Finding
no, 1999.
Was it Gabriel's?
So 25-year-olds and below.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They don't laugh at me.
Finding solace and peace.
Sometimes
No.
Yeah. So 26 and below, finding peace in religion, which is really like I'm surprised by it more so. Yeah. But so what's millennials doing?
Millennials are...
No, there's millennials, Gen Z, baby boomers below. Sorry, I got confused.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And them kind of, it's like a restart. I just wanted to know what you lot's opinions were on this before I kind of started asking interwoven questions.
It is interesting. I would like to see the areas or like where this results from, but for me, I mean, I take it as a good thing. It just depends. But then it could be where a lot of people feeling lost, and it could be where, you know, they've found something that they can identify with, and I've heard some people a lot younger than me, like really happy to go to church, and I would never
Lambast.
I never look down on someone that goes to church or like treat them a different way, whatever. Like if that's your calling, that's your calling. If that's something that you're into, that's something that you're into. And sometimes people find their partners through there, or like they find friendship, like family through there. So by all means, if that was what you connect with, then I'm like by all for it. And then I wouldn't link it up, but obviously we always hear about men committing suicide and stuff, and if this is something that's going to prevent that or help that, like some people feeling lost, then by all means, 100% down for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing, Gabs, because Gabs is just anyway. I mean, I agree with Mark. I think for men, let me spin it, because actually I do have a few people that I know that have actually recently turned to Christ. Some actually are not Gen Z, but just in the grand scheme of things, I'm not big on religion, Christ, and all of that. I'm not big on it, but I'm also obviously not against it, and I understand it to a certain extent. So I feel like I would like to say that I hope it's not just a trend. Because, and even if to be honest, even if it is a trend, like seeing God and following, following him, the best way I could put it, you want to say things, you just don't want to say things the wrong way. If you start to believe in God and you want to start... Oh God, how long was that before I started to laugh? Sorry. I feel like if that is, like, let me put it how Mark put it, if that is your calling, and you find that cool, and that is a new trend that you want to find cool, but then you start to really believe in it, that's good for people. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't fucking do it.
Gabriel, the struggle for you to... Well, Katie is not... You know what, Gabriel, what's your opinion before I give mine?
I think...
You already know I am not...
It's always been... I think it's always been like that, where
that's so bad.
Young guys turn to Christ, and I think... a lot of people, from what I understand, it's a lot of people, it's the stresses they go through, they kind of feel as if they've hit rock bottom, so they don't know where to go. So I know some people that turn to Christ because of that. I know some people that have turned to Christ because they're actually just scared of what would happen when you die. I know a lot of people that have turned to Christ because of that.
All this scared of that.
One thing I will say...
You had your time he's talking, so...
I was chiming in, I was agreeing, like, people are scared of the consequences of their actions, no?
One thing I will say is, if there is a rise in like Gen Z's turning to Christ, yeah, I do honestly think it's because of the amount of stresses that they go through. I think this is the most stressed generation of young adults that there's ever been.
Yeah.
Or teenagers.
I don't think it's the most stressed. I think they don't regulate their emotions well, so they are stressed.
The reason why I'll say the
100%.
reason why I'll say it's the most stressed is because I remember when I was in college, for example, right? And there was things like Twitter, right? Now, when you was on Twitter, you weren't being judged like everything you said. You don't get in trouble for. You weren't getting cancelled. You could literally just be as reckless as you want, right, and get away with stuff.
So
Whereas now,
it's the rules and regulations
exactly.
of life.
Now it's like there's more rules to play by. Right now, there's more like back in the day, you can make a mistake and not have to worry about
losing your job.
Repercussions.
Not even losing your job. You can make a mistake. You can be walking up the stairs at the train station, and then you could fall, right?
Yeah.
But then back then, the phones was like Nokias and Walkmans. You don't have to worry about going online. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Nowadays, if that happens, you're worrying who's got the latest iPhone and who's recorded me to put it on their TikTok to go viral. Little things like that. There's so many things that these men have to worry about. Oh my God. There's so many things that these guys have to worry about that we never had to worry about. Yeah. So I would say that's one of the...
I feel like no. I wouldn't go there.
I feel like with Gen Z, it's just overall the pressure of the internet. So it's
Let
not
me
even
talk.
like it's
Let me talk.
So it's more like let me talk. It's like more like lost my train of thought.
Who's
If you was a
Right.
footballer, yeah, you'd be greedy.
Let
Who
me
me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was when I played football. Actually, no, I wasn't.
You'll play it off
actually.
to another player, then you want the ball back, and like the player's like, wait a minute.
Have you seen the other one where he's like, say something, it's a video.
No.
One race, you had
So
your
then,
piece.
my thing is this year, like,
Sorry.
I say, example of this, my brother. My brother, like, I remember, like, randomly, I was talking to my brother, and I was like, oh, yeah, so, I'm going to church on Sunday. I was like, going to church? I was like, yeah. And I was surprised by this, because I've never, ever spoken to my brother, but my brother never mentioned
Going to church.
Christ, religion, or anything in it. Like, and I think naturally, as the eras have changed, when I mean eras, I just mean how society has changed within our community, for example. When I was younger, I had to go to church by default.
Me too. Sunday school, everything.
Boom, 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 and you're just like, oh, why am I here?
Do you think sometimes that puts you off when you get older?
Yes. That's what I was going to add. I'll add to that after.
When you have a choice on not to go.
Yes.
For me personally, that's not what put me against church. I think because I was... The term that always got used in my house was you must shame the devil and speak the truth. Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. So even if I'm writing an application form or whatever, they ask you what your religion is, I say Christian, but I'm not a practicing Christian. Like, I believe in God, which I think makes me a little bit more spiritual, because I think it makes me a little bit more respectful to everybody's religion in the vicinity in which I'm around. I don't think it's a situation of I went off religion. I've said this years ago, but I don't think KDO was on this like early doors. I don't think I went off religion or because of the fact of it was pushed on me as a kid, because there's still a lot of stability and rules and structure that comes from religion that kind of helps me in life, or kind of helps me with sub things I do away from like my job. I think what put me off religion in a sense was, and I've never put me off, I just kind of stepped away from it or lost the love for wanting to practice, was ultimately was there was things that I naturally questioned that didn't make logical sense. And unless I was going to talk to someone about it, ultimately it's like religion, and I'm a logical person. So when you believe in any faction of religion, it's blind faith. You just have to trust it is what it is. And the questioning is one thing. I remember asking someone who's, I'm not sure what denomination of Christianity they were, I can't remember. And I said, how do you know that the denomination that you follow is the correct one? And the reaction was so like...
defensive.
Yeah. And I'm like, but why is that such an uncomfortable question? I didn't say what you believe is wrong. I said, how do you know what you believe is the correct one? And I think even when you do believe in whatever faction of the 52 plus denomination of Christianity or Islam or whatever, right, yeah, I do think there has to be an element of...
openness?
Understanding, openness, and questioning that you need to have to make sure that you're in the religion for the right reasons. Right, yeah. And for me, my thing was always questioning. It didn't help for me that I ended up going to a cult church called Potter's House.
Rotted.
Right, yeah. So
they want people to marry you early as well. And
baptize you early, like you're still trying to go through the motions to see where you play. Yeah, so for me, that's what it is. I think from that it was like my best friends are born again. So and he was like, I just don't want to. He doesn't come across as a preachy person anyway. He just comes across as a person who, when you're speaking to him, what's up?
You're talking about
Arnold, not Kiz.
No, I'm talking about you said your friends were born again.
Yeah, Arnold's born again.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Kiz.
No, Kiz not. Right, Kiz is agnostic. Right, it's funny because he always says Jesus Christ. I'm like, bro. Right, yeah, but
Jesus Christ.
With Arnold, even when we have certain religious conversations, I can have an amicable, honest, logical conversation with him as a person who is logic-based and very spiritual, and trusts in blind faith, and I can get an answer to something that is always reassured and honest. And even if I ask him an uncomfortable question, he said, "I don't personally know, but I know I'm on the path to find that out." That to me is enough. You know what I'm trying to say?
Whereas normally,
I'll
definitely say what I've come across is very like, no, I'm right. This is the way.
Yes.
No, all the other ones are wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, rah, okay, all right. Well, I'm having this conversation again.
Because I have a lot of friends who are Christian, and they have been probably since we've all been young and are till this day. They've got their own children. They raise their kids in the church and things like that. So, yeah, I was talking about my school friends, like from my class and stuff. Fuck off, both of you. And
not spinning plates, no?
To a certain extent, with them, they've never been the type of people to push faith on you and things like that. However, I find, and anyone that's obviously born again or recently found faith or anything like that, I find that they're not like that. I find it's just sometimes it's more so the older generation. Huh?
Also about the plastic.
Yeah, 100%. More so like the older generation that, like from like our parents, that always try to push faith on you, and then and
like
then
a salesperson.
Yeah, and it just doesn't sit very well with me. It's like, oh,
child friendly.
What are you doing? What are you doing on the weekend? Oh, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cheer or whatever. Oh, so you're not gonna go to church?
I get it now.
I'm not. I'm really not following it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't go to church?
No,
I'm not gonna go to church. But if you don't go to church, you're gonna burn. You're probably gonna. You're probably gonna burn in hell. You're probably gonna burn in hell, and it may be too late for you. God might not forgive you by the time you decide to give yourself to Christ and da-da-da. And I'm like, that kind of preaching I don't appreciate. I think it's very, and I've to a certain extent I've had that quite often, and obviously growing up, and as I've been younger, and in different camps and churches and stuff like that. Now as I'm older, every summer. But it was fun. It wasn't pushy. But as we got older, I think my mentality just changed a little bit, and my question in faith changed a little bit. I was very much not for it, then against it, then very much like I don't know. Like I've gone through the motions with it. But one thing I will say now is I will never force myself to gain knowledge more on something that I either won't say I'm not interested in, just something that I feel like is not for me right now.
I'd still gain knowledge. I don't think you ever stop learning. I think.
No, I mean you can learn. Okay, gain knowledge is the worst way to put it. Cramp. Ha.
What the hell?
Sorry, you can gain knowledge. Fuck.
No, do your cramp, Mark.
No, it's cool because I want to finish my sentence. Gain knowledge is fine, but in terms of
do your plate.
In terms of like taking the extra step to take religion more serious in that sense, practicing, I don't think I'm ready for that anytime soon. I'm never going to say never. But it's right now where I am in my life, it's not for me. But respectfully to everybody else who is on that path.
Okay.
Love that for them.
All right. Well, I just wanted to play this clip. I'm probably going to send it to you, Gabs.
Yeah.
Make sure you remember, bro.
He did the last one.
The last one.
On a light side, y'all tell me at the table what makes you happy. What makes you have the most joy?
That question, man, is to a black man, Kurt. He has to pause. Notice everybody's body language.
Why is that?
Because we often are not the receptors of happiness and joy. We're often looking to provide it for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really know what that is because a lot of times we don't get the opportunity to just be.
Mm-hmm.
So for me at 43, I've learned that my happiness is just me being able to just be where I'm not providing, where I'm not performing, I'm not talking, I'm not being someone giving a clinical analysis to their crisis.
Yeah.
It's where I can just be where I'm just settled into me.
When did you?
Don't know them, but finish off.
But thoughts. So basically, you're saying that happiness, especially for men, let's say on this instance, black men, is something that we don't really think about too tough because we're taught to be providers, strong leaders, ambitious, whatever. But yet, where is the fun or the happiness in that when people are dependent on us?
I see that in my brother. And it's funny that we say that now because the whole time we've been talking about this conversation, he's the one person that's popped in my head the most. Sorry, do you want to keep playing?
No, carry on.
He's the one person that's popped in my head the most. And it's just because recently, obviously, I said have had a better relationship with my dad. I think it is quite important that I have less grudges with family members. Mm-hmm. That can be helped, I say that very strongly, that can be helped. But there is no major reason for me to have a major grudge against my dad, and it's more effort to have. Anyway, and then we were speaking about my brother and things like that, and at the moment, he for a little while, he has been going through the motions, and I think that 100% relates to him because, as I said before, I think I've said a couple of weeks ago, like his mum's unwell and things like that, and he is on that side of his family. He's the only member of his family, like out of his siblings, that is quite strong and wants to do things and provides and does everything he can for his mum. But then he's the kind of person that's like, obviously we are here for him, but he's at a point where he stopped kind of like seeking advice or leaning on us and things like that. And he definitely is someone that I know when he doesn't open up or doesn't say anything, he's one of them people that definitely thinks like the world is on his shoulders. He can't enjoy his life. He can't, enjoy like the way he earns his money, like, or what he does, or his days off, on his weekends off, he's looking after his mum, or he's doing this, and he constantly has to do it because there's no one else that
can do that job.
Yeah, everyone else on that side, I'm not sorry to say, is whatless. So that pressure falls a lot more on him. And as much as obviously we try to help him out, I think we're the only ones that in the end, in the end, we're the only ones there that can really be there for him, but he has to allow it. And he's one of them people that is like, he's the most closed off person I know. And it's I won't say painful. Actually, no, it's painful to see. Because he doesn't let up and he doesn't make it easier for himself or try to let people make it easier on him as well.
Maybe a coping mechanism.
It is a coping mechanism. And you know what? Hats off to him that he hasn't ended up in jail, because for the childhood he's had and how he's grown up and things like that and what he's seen and what he's like gone through, he feels like he has no choice but to be strong and play this role. So I 100% think that relates like mirror to mirror on him.
Can I go next?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's as simple as, here's the thing, I'm not saying it as a gender thing or whatever. I think naturally every man in this room minus Kadia, every person in this room minus Kadia is a black man, and naturally whatever makes people know. As a black man, we've all come from different environments and lived and led different experiences, but ultimately we've kind of all come to the same kind of understanding about life, regardless of us being in our 20s, 30s, or 40s, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a black man that lives in the UK, happiness is not. It's not something that is a long-term thing. It's a moment thing. I had a conversation with my goddaughter's mum the other day, and we were talking about children, and she said, "I would never want to be a boy mum." and I thought she was saying it to be cheeky, and she was said, the way how the world is right now, nothing that exists caters to a man that will protect a man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's deep.
And I thought about it and I went, actually, I hear it. And I think whenever someone asks me, oh, are you happy? I said, I'm content.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean? I said, I don't think there's ever going to be a moment where I'm like, yeah, I'm happy because of, I'm happy for others.
Yeah.
I'm happy for the achievement of others, but I don't think there'll ever be a sustained period where I'm like, yeah, I'm happy, I'm ecstatic about da-da-da-da, and we've done this, and I'm happy about that, I'm proud about that. Boom. I can take something simple like, because I don't think it's a childhood thing. I think it's just naturally the way how life pans out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even, naturally there always has to be more. So if I'm looking at something like work, I was like, yeah, only as good as the last piece of work you've written, and it's got to be better, and then fine, boom. Then if we're looking at me as, we're all football fans here. Yeah, you can't just rest on, okay, yeah, we beat that team, you've got to go and do it again next week.
Mm.
As a coach, I've got to think 2 to 3 weeks in advance from the game to the next game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've said this on the pod before. My Sunday boys did great last year. The medals are in my cupboard. I've never looked at them. And they were like, why? I said, because ultimately, yeah, I did it last year. I've got to do it again.
Mm.
Right, yeah? Like, there's no point me looking at medals. And like, the accolade of knowing...
Would you say that's a moment?
But then, yeah, no, because the accolades of looking at it, for example, is like, okay, cool. From August until May, my team were one of the best teams. But that doesn't mean that because they were one of the best teams, that the accolade comes from, okay, cool, we were the most consistent. Because everything you do is based on consistency. So I'm like, cool, I can take pride in the fact that we were consistent over a period of time. But then it's like, okay, cool, now I've got to rebuild and do it again. And then this year, I'm doing it across 2 teams. So I'm like, okay, cool. Don't get me wrong, in the back of my mind, boom, if I manage to do it for Saturday and Sunday, bro, there'll be a picture of me with medals around me and cups around me with the flipping Kanye West Can't Tell Me Nothing intro in the background. But even then, it's based on what I do and if what I do translates to the people that I'm thinking. But it's not a happiness thing. It's like, I went out there to do a job and I did a job.
Yeah.
I think happiness for women is probably a little bit easier because, it's, in my opinion, I could be wrong, it's a lot more binary in what will make them happy. I think as a black man from where I grew up in Follow, I just don't think it's something where it's like, my happiness is basically subjective to the people around me. It's not based on me.
Not based on you, yeah.
I think that's the important thing. It's based on the people around you, not based on you. Well, I think I don't want to speak out of terms, and I think with a woman, it's more based on her.
What makes them feel happy and the rest of it. That's what I said, I can't. It's a different lived experience. I don't know.
It's why I take offense to when people say, like, if someone's in your life and they're not serving you any purpose or they're not bringing anything to your life, cut them off. I feel as if it's selfish because everyone grows at different rates. Right. Everyone matures at different rates. So there would have been a time period in your life when you were a burden to someone.
Yeah.
Maybe it was your parents. Maybe it was an uncle, an auntie. Maybe it was your own friends.
They're going to drop you.
Right, siblings, right? So it's like, for me, sometimes it's, I know this person might be a burden to me or might come across as a burden to me, but out of the love I have for this person, I'm going to make sure that this person's good. And I know that this person's got potential to grow and overcome whatever issues they're having. And I know eventually they won't be a burden to me. And I know eventually they won't be a burden to themselves. And they would be of, great benefit to the world and they would live a good life. So that's the way I kind of look at things. I don't really look at things like, because that would mean, like, if your boy is going through trouble, like, I've had friends, for example, that I've had a friend recently, and he was going through substance problems. I don't want to get into any specifics because you'll know who but yeah. And it was a financial burden to myself and the friendship group in general, because we just had to make sure he was good. And he wasn't spending money on certain things. And I don't want to say substance because that makes it sound like a crackhead. He drink alcohol. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I just realized substance makes it sound crazy.
No, it's subjective, isn't it? So
umbrella
addiction.
Yeah.
So, and he was a burden. It's like he was a burden to everyone. because
It's
people
draining,
had
innit?
to spend
Yeah.
money on him, and things like you have to check up on him, or things like, oh, I ain't heard from him today. I wonder if he's still like. Let me give him a call, or he's bored. Yo, bro, just come to my house. Or I'm going to the studio. Come to the studio with me. I would have to make sure that everything's
Kind of
good.
take the distraction away.
Yeah, but this is my bro that I've grown up with, and I know that this was just a phase in his life, and I know that someone has to be there for him to overcome this.
Was there something going on for him to turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The issue with that is as well.
So bereavement was the main thing.
The issue
So
with that. The issue with that as well is, I can only say it's based on my own lived experience. With situations like that, there's a thin line between support and becoming a crutch. And what I mean by that is, regardless of what someone's going through, you have to be there to support them, but you have to allow them, the space to want to be outside with you, and allow them the space to actually have to figure out. Because ultimately, until they're ready, whether or not you guys are there or not, that person is going to repeat the same day and the same process over and over and over again. And then naturally what happens is, regardless of how strong the lineage of your friendship is, it takes a toll if the person wants to live in the darkness and you're trying to bring them back to the light. Because then it becomes less about that being your boy and you wanting to help them, and it becomes personal for you, because you're not trying to do it because you want to be a good person. You're trying to do it to make sure the person gets back to the person you know them to be. But when they kind of remain in that space, naturally it zaps your energy as well, because you're like, it's a lot, it's too much. It's not like you're trying to push them away, but naturally for anyone, you're like, ouch, it starts to burn your soul, because there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
So I think there's a thin line. That's why I said there's a thin line between wanting to show your person support, because none of us in that situation are medical professionals. You're doing what you feel like, is the right thing to do. And then you can kind of fall into the matrix situation of it being like, okay, I'm trying, but this person wants to live in the darkness, and the only secondary thing you can do after that is you have to allow them to hit rock bottom.
100%. Yeah.
You have to allow them to hit rock bottom. And then was like, that's mean. I said, it's not mean, because as men, right, we know most people aren't going to protect us anyway in that situation, but you've got to allow that person to hit rock bottom and know, okay, cool, this is the lowest of the low I can be.
You can't get no lower.
What is the best thing I can do to get out of this? Like, random, before we even pivot off this situation, There's a guy on Instagram I follow, a black guy from Sunderland, and he's on day 91 of his weight loss journey, He was 632 pounds. He is now down to 441 pounds. And obviously he posts his daily updates and whatever. But I'm used to him on his timeline. And then I think before I came into the studio today, he posted day 91. He said obviously this week he hasn't really posted this week. Like, he's struggling with food urges and the rest of that stuff. It even shows you on day one, like, what he used to look like. He said over a period of 10 years, he just used to eat like stupidness, and he's kind of gotten to the size. He said even when he's going supermarkets, there's temptation. But my respect for him, because when I first saw it, I found it kind of came across his journey was like day 50. And I followed him because I was like, you know what? The level of discipline it takes to not only change your eating habits, but to say no to things that are kind of like sugar's addictive stuff, where that's like diabetes, not even pre-diabetes.
Sugar is such a
diabetes,
bad drug,
like,
man.
there's so much
heart disease, kidneys, everything.
Probably deep vein thrombosis. There's so many different things that can align from that. Me watching this man, where it's like he's going gym, he's going at the crack of dawn, like,
I've seen him. He blends stuff and puts
you know.
Oh, that's my guy. Yeah.
So
I see him.
I think.
Have you seen him? Have you not seen him?
I've
seen him.
I
blend stuff and
pours
it on
the way does he'll put in like he'll eat out of a Pyrex, but which I think is crazy. He will make like a chicken dish or whatever, but then he will blend certain things into the food and pour it over his food. Though he will put in like certain gym stuff, but it's just blended into a sauce, so that way he's still getting like the right nutrients and whatever. There's the blending. I think he's eating like once a day. I think one time I think he walks for like 4 or 5 hours. He's like he struggled to train this week because of his ankle hurting. But then the want, you know what I'm trying to say, like that guy's mental health, especially with like he didn't really walk around. He used to get tired. So the furthest he would walk is from his front door, from his sofa to the front door to get his delivery order. And I think,
Mad.
even that being the case, even when he's like, let's go, like, he's like, this isn't the first time I tried to do it, but you can actually see the hunger in his eyes.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to say. He probably hit rock bottom, because that's why he looked like he was going left. He probably hit rock bottom and realised, this is not a safe space for me, and I need to make sure that I'm doing the right thing to get my body,
to get your body right
and mentally right.
and stay around for a long time. That's the most important thing, really.
But I think it's a hard choice naturally, but I think it's based on him kind of pivoting off blah, 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 big starter, childish, pivoting away from this conversation, which is kind of like earnest and true. We now have to kind of step into the world of efferys. So last week we spoke about AI, and we spoke about, well, not last week, a couple weeks ago we spoke about AI, and we spoke about audio and visual AI and how it's kind of changing and kind of adapt to the world. One of the biggest AI tools is ChatGPT. Apparently, it's not apparently, it's true. ChatGPT has now decided to enter the adult entertainment space.
It's only a matter of time. Yeah, it's ChatGPT to allow sexual content for verified adults. Meaning that, do you have to have that ID thing?
There's a way around it.
There's
a way around it. So
A VPN.
Huh?
A VPN.
No. I haven't reached that level of madness yet.
Dogs.
I don't know if I could touch that. But basically, the Charlie Kirk video. The Charlie Kirk video. I couldn't see it on Twitter, and I was pissed off. I couldn't see it. It kept on going verified, but I'm like, I'm not gonna put my face to see this. So I typed in selfie of white man, and then I turned the camera, and then and I'm in.
Oh,
Now my Twitter is just. Now my Twitter is disgusting. Before I scroll my Twitter, it was football.
He said now my Twitter is disgusting.
No, time out.
Yeah.
Go back to what he said.
Yeah.
I went on Google and
got a
typed in selfie of white man.
Yeah, because the black guy, you know. So, but like, now.
Okay, do me a favor. Give me out your group chat.
Get
me out of your group chat.
No, my Twitter timeline is crazy now. Like before, I'll be scrolling, and nowadays I'll be scrolling football stuff. Oh, someone's someone's back's getting blown up. Oh, what? What? My timeline's gone crazy, so I shouldn't have ever done that. Because I preferred my timeline not having porn. Because I could be in public, or I could just be with my mum and be like, "Oh, mum, look at this video."
And then the next
video,
like,
someone's and she's thinking, "How did you?" Anyway, it's weird.
How did we get there?
Charging.
I agree with you, it's mad. But yeah, Mark, continue.
That was it basically. So basically, so you can ask it questions. Sexual questions, and it'll give you answers.
Can you do it now?
Sexual questions would you want to ask?
What's that question? Wait, have you seen a question with Joaquin Phoenix? So, the movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Her?
Yes, and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix basically falls in love with the AI talk. The AI.
That's already happening in today's world.
Of course it is, but this film was years. I remember watching the film.
Ahead of its time.
Huh? Yeah, I watched the film. I was like, this is really interesting. I think it works because it's Scarlett Johansson's voice.
Oh, I love her.
I bet you do.
Listen, my thing is this. I think it's creepy, but I grew up before the internet was what the internet was. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, each to their own. I think everybody has to kind of find their own personal way of kind of navigating space.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people on the internet who are weirdos, but they're weirdos with money, so they actually have access to different types of women where they can talk to them anyway. And I think it will just naturally change. Do I think it's problematic now? No. Do I think that it can be problematic in the next 10 to 15 years? Of course. But I don't think humans necessarily like talking to one another, and I feel like, especially with COVID, a lot of young kids are uncomfortable looking people in the eye, they're uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable with conversations, they're uncomfortable with anything that doesn't sound positive.
Or looking at the screen.
As I said, this coaching now is harder for me because a lot of these boys, for the first 4 years of their teen years, or was it COVID? What in and out of that 2 year period or 2.5 year period, where it was from 15 to 17 or 14 to 16. A lot of them didn't see anybody apart from their parents, and these are TikTok heads. Like I've seen some of the boys I coach. I've seen some of their TikToks. I'm like, yeah, that's strange. but then in real life, their confidence in real life is absolutely in the bin compared to what they progress on the internet. I'm like, bro, it might have like you recorded this.
Yeah.
Like this, you know what I'm trying to say. So I think naturally you kind of have to bring back the realness with a lot of these with these kids, so they don't fall into this AI world and still be like, when I was speaking to you before, where I champion when I'm talking to players, looking me in the eye.
Yeah.
Like, I think it needs to be normalized again that when you're talking to someone, there's an element of respect. Kind of look someone in the eye, shake their hand, like, let them know, no, bro, I'm talking to you. Don't look at the ground. Like, put your shoulders up. Like, show some level of gusto. Not even be a man.
I even think it's a bit weird now to have job interviews on Zoom and stuff like that. I think it should always be in person.
But I think that's a what you thing. That's not so much about.
But that was like that before.
Yeah.
You know, like if like
it's just easier for scheduling.
Could have a job that is either overseas or whatever, they would do that for certain things. I think it's just more common now because of how COVID, like how we had COVID and then working from home and stuff. I think you can do that.
If I have an initial interview, I remember when I
prefer in person.
I remember my first internship. I think I had the initial interview over the phone. I think over the thing. Then I had a task, and then I went in for my secondary interview, kind of thing. Because ultimately, like, people are busy. Like, they even block out half an hour, like, for what Kadia does. Fuck that advert, bro. It's fucking jarring, by the way.
Oh, the actual advert. No, the advert. I don't like it. Well, no, I don't like it.
I despise that man now, I'll be real.
Yeah.
Right, he annoyed me before. I despise him.
No, he annoyed me before and he annoys me a lot more now. But,
So,
no.
I'm saying, okay, cool. With that, for example, like what you do when you've got to interview people, because I've seen you in I've been on FaceTime with you when you're in work calls. Right, yeah. And I've seen you being like K the boss, not K the clown. Right, yeah. It's two different people.
There's probably 3 different versions of me, maybe 4.
I've got like 7, but it depends on the environment. But even
when
you're in that mode, even when you're interviewing, for example, I know what your schedule's like. Even for you to block out 30 minutes for an interview is long. You know what Mark's like, but Mark, look at the job you do, for example. Now, if you was to go and interview someone to cover your job while you're away, see the point I'm trying to make here?
It's long because even now, like...
You would rather do that over Teams because...
I know my manager's probably crying right now.
But you see that, for example...
schedules...
You see, for example...
But, no, I get it. But for me, I know that I'm probably better in person than over the phone or...
If I prep properly...
I'm good either way.
If I'm prepped properly for my interview, I fly for interviews. If I get an interview, I'm flying for
But normally if I get an interview, I've got a job.
You being an interviewee?
If I'm being interviewed, right, yeah, and I'm prepped for what the role is, and I know you're going to ask me, and I know I have the questions where I've done the research on you, I fly for interviews. Interviews for me are easy.
There's only one job I've had an interview, I've never got the job.
Is that only one?
Yeah,
I've had one bad interview in my life. I've had one.
Well, I hate going.
I don't think I've had bad interviews, but I've had one that I haven't got the role. But interviews in general, we was talking about this day before yesterday, and I was like, I don't love it, but I think I like it because I know I'm good at it. So like everyone's like, oh, you're nervous about interview, blah, blah, blah. Like I can prep, but I can also do an interview. I wouldn't like to wing it, but I could also do an interview. Let's say I'm like, what is this day? Oh, I've got an interview on Friday and I haven't prepped for it. I could go and make sure I prep tomorrow and I'll be sorted, ready, even if it's like presentation, all of that. Because ultimately I know what I'm interviewing for. I'm good at presentations. I'm good at speaking in public and stuff like that. So I just adapt that to what I need to know. The methods that I use, I don't ever change like my method process. I keep it the same. And it's easy. And I was talking with my partner on this. Sounds so weird to say that. So we're talking to my partner on this. And we was talking about it, and he was basically saying the same. He was like, and I was like, he said he don't think he can sit through an interview process as well because he moves a lot. Like sometimes he can't sit straight and keep still. I was like, yeah, but you don't have to. I was like, if you notice, we both talk with our hands. I talk with my hands all the time. I mean, you think I can sit in a 30-minute interview still and talk? No. I move my shoulders. I speak with my hands, so it's expressions, and it doesn't look like I'm fidgeting or nervous. I was like, that's just a hack. I'm telling you, I'm pro at it now, man.
Yeah. I've had one.
You're hungry?
had one bad interview in my life. But,
One.
yeah. Because this is when I used to work in retail, so retail jobs easiest to get.
Oh, I've got a passion for customer service.
But office jobs now. I remember the first job I went for a recruitment. It was called. I don't even. It was the company was called. I can't say the company because it'll be starts with a P. Something international. Fate. I don't want to complete the rest. But it's a recruitment company, right? And I went for the interview, and I remember what happened in the interview. The guy was like, "Why do you want to work in recruitment?" And I'm obviously giving him the answers that I've seen online and the whole.
I want to get paid.
Passion. He was like, "Listen, I'll be honest with you. Like, do you like Rolexes?" I said, "No, not particularly. Not really." He said, "What about cars?" I said, "No, I don't even drive." Holidays like Ibiza, Marbella, stuff like that. I said, "No." I said, "Nah."
Yeah, I can definitely see where it's going.
And then I said,
Fake teeth.
He said, "What do you like?" Then I said, "Music."
The bishop.
And then, obviously, but then, remember when I've gone for this interview, I've gone through like a back door, right?
Hey,
I've gone through like a back door, right?
Is that what you normally do?
Pause. But when I'm leaving the office now,
You go through the front door.
then I get a full view of everyone that's there. And it's a bunch of Essexy type white boys. And I'm like, oh, yeah, of course I'm not going to get this. They just want me to be like, oh, yeah, I like Rolexes, cars, Marbella, and white women with blonde hair. So obviously I didn't say that, and I didn't get the job. And it's not wrong to saying that.
I remember years ago, one of the retail interview I got, I think myself and my AC's younger brother, Drew. I mean, we're in there, and I was thinking about Drew, and I was like, okay, cool.
AC?
His initials are AC, both the initials are AC. Right, and we've gone in there now. It was Hollister when Hollister was the lick, and I still think Hollister.
I think everyone's had a Hollister interview.
I still think Hollister is money laundering because I don't know how much clothes they're actually selling on Modera. And was in there now. Obviously, they want people like no beard, slick face surfer type. And I went in there. I think I was like 21.
Did you have the braids and that?
No, my hair was gone.
Oh, okay.
My hair was gone.
I was about to say, if you had it, you weren't.
Oh, yeah, impossible.
You weren't. Don't even try.
Impossible. Yeah. Like, it was like, winning it now. All I saw was... it was like me, even in there, you're either like that Hollyoak style mixture as you.
Right, square head.
Strong chin, little curl.
Brav.
Like,
Trust. Brav.
I saw like the mountains of Caucasus.
Oh, yeah.
And then myself and Drew. They didn't pay me and Drew no mind.
Of course they didn't.
You fit the criteria.
They weren't trying the demographic. What do you mean the criteria? You might as well just tell me you were pro-British.
They want everyone there. At least the girls all look the same. I haven't been in there for a while. So
that's why I like retail shops, you know.
Yeah, no, retail.
I like retail, like normal retail. Like,
JD.
Yeah, JD or like Tesco or Iceland. Because you're getting Asian, white.
I used to love Top Shop.
Lower working class,
Top
like
Shop.
everyone in there.
Chris girls.
Best.
Oh, look at you.
Phone shops.
What are you there for?
Phone shops. I used to work in. It's the best job I've had in my life.
Vodafone.
Going to work was so fun. It was like I used to look forward to it every day. 3 in Oxford Circus, right? Because there was like 30 of us, and it was all young. Like we were all. We were all young, and then our manager just didn't care. He just let us do anything we wanted. The thing with phone shops is, you earn your respect. So if you sell, you do whatever the hell you want to do.
That's
you go
the rules in sales now.
Yeah, no, it literally like if you're the top salesperson or if you're one of the main ooters, then you. Yeah, sorry, I had that come to my mind. Sorry, I'm on the podcast. If you're one of the main guys, right? Sells.
No, not
eaters. You're a nasty sexual woman. I don't know where you even got that from. Where did you get eaters from?
Monkey started again!
But how did eaters come into what I'm talking about? Why would an eater be working in the phone? But yeah, why is being an eater a quality for a phone shop? But yeah, if you're one of the main guys when it comes to sales, you get to do whatever you want. You get to boss people around.
Did you get to do that?
All the time. Anything I wanted. I remember I used to work in when I worked in Vodafone, my store was small, so it was like 4 people, right? And then it got to a stage where the 2 people would open up the store, yeah? We employed a temporary staff member from like an agency. So what I used to do is I used to go upstairs, watch football on Saturdays or whatnot, and just watch the camera, and he'll be by himself on the shop floor for the whole 8 hours.
You're bad, man.
Oh my God.
You're bad, man.
One day, shout out Marcus. He's on my Instagram. Shout out my guy Marcus.
That's too funny.
So one day, this is when my heart went. I was like, no, I'm gonna be cooked here. I come downstairs, and I'm like, bro, what happened? The store's been robbed. What? I'm like, what? And they got to the stock room. That's locked. How did they get inside that? So I didn't know what to do. They asked me, and I just opened it. I said, bro, you opened it. I said, bro, what the But oh my God! I'm like, you opened it. But remember, it's like small. It's like I don't want to say.
What did you say? I was just upstairs.
Yeah, I was upstairs.
No, but when they asked you about the shop getting found, I was.
So this is what happened, right?
It's
So,
fact, innit?
Nah.
You should have.
So, but the people that robbed the store was like, I don't know, the Romanian like little kids. So it's like,
Was you in Croydon?
no, in Putney.
Oh, okay.
So these Romanian.
Oh, I know where the free shop is. Okay,
Yeah.
I know exactly where it is.
So these Romanian kids would come like to the store all the time, and they would rob things, yeah. But they would see me there, and they might do something like grab a display phone and run out, right? But with him, it was like, oh, this is his food, man. I opened that.
Crazy.
They told him to open it. When I got downstairs, I was so angry.
Did you see it on the camera, like when you had to replay
no,
it back?
I didn't say no. I didn't ever. Yeah.
The equivalent of what you said. Oh yeah, that's food.
Yeah.
That's the trigger. Get on it.
I literally. So when I came downstairs and I saw that,
crazy.
I said to him, I said, bro, are you mad? I said, they're little kid. What are they gonna do? I know, but you never know what they can have in their pockets. You know. Oh,
Did you see anything?
I'm like, bro, huh?
Did you see anything? Did you just be? Them man will sing like canaries in
What
front
did
of
they take from the cabinets? Like actual
Oh
phones?
no, they took basically you keep all the pay-as-you-go phones there, so all like the Android phones, like the Samsung J3s, like they're worth like £120.
Mark's phones.
Oh no, not the proper one. No,
Not the proper
Mark's ones were
one.
upstairs.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
Mark's-
you can
no.
say all you want.
Mark's ones were
Upstairs,
upstairs.
like, not
The
proper
proper
line.
Galaxies were upstairs with the iPhone.
Thank you.
But the
big
you know
blood clot nipple,
the
bro.
cheap Alcatels and J3 Samsung J3s, they were
iPhones
downstairs.
don't do them things.
The
So
ones that get hot for no reason.
I've just told him, I said, bro, I'm gonna get fired. Like I'm gonna get fired.
You're a piece of shit.
I said, bro, I'm
You're-
going
Oh,
to
so
lose my
you
job.
play victim, yeah?
Yeah, no, I was no, because he's man them. Like I'm like, bro, what, like, are you crazy?
But you
Bro,
left him
and
by
I
himself,
told him
man.
if you
Wait,
needed
wait,
me,
wait,
and I
wait.
used to tell him,
Gabriel, he's not Mandem because Mandem wouldn't shrink like that.
Yeah.
I used to tell. There's a funny video I'm gonna send
wouldn't
into the
have
chat
caved,
when
Jesus
the store
Christ.
got robbed.
He ain't gonna send it.
But I'd be no.
Oh.
I could have played it, but it's got her face in it. It's got the girl's face in it.
He still ain't gonna send
But
it to the group
yeah,
chat.
I promise I will. But I used to like, yeah, that was like.
That youth people like them Romanian kids had him on buying.
Essentially, I just told I had to make up a lie. I said, look, I was ill throughout the whole shift, so I was upstairs. But I told him if he needed help, he should call me.
Did whatever team
Right.
you was watching win?
So you
Liverpool,
got him
no,
in
I think
trouble.
that day we
said,
beat Crystal
if you need
Palace
help,
that
you
day.
should call me
We came
to
back.
make yourself sound better.
We beat Crystal.
That's
I remember Crystal Palace
Gabriel,
scored
Gabriel
first. We came
became
back.
Kim Possible, bro.
Yeah.
I told him, I
He
said,
became
if
Kim
you,
Possible for 8 hours.
I said, if you
Sicko.
need me, call me.
It don't
So
matter if there's trouble.
I'm just so annoyed that I'm so annoyed that he didn't alert me when it was happening. But
He
yeah,
was scared.
I kept my job though.
He's like, call me.
Did he
please,
keep his job?
please.
Yeah.
Wait,
No. If they tell you to
wait,
open up the if they tell you to open up the
What
cabinet,
was it, Wade and Ron?
you're meant to open up the cabinet. You're meant to do that. Like if
What,
they tell
if someone's
you,
robbing
yeah,
you?
if someone robs you and they say open up the cabinet now,
do
you're
you
meant
mean
to
by
do that, right? If
What do you mean by
especially
that?
because no, they would say to you like if you don't do that, you're under threat. Like you're you're
But they're
basically
kids, so I get it.
you're basically
A man told man to
endangering
open up a cabinet.
all the
Crazy.
staff members.
I said, crazy.
This is
What do you mean by that?
What?
You're moving.
That's
You're
mad.
getting mad. You're getting mad.
But
So you're
that
basically
was a
endangering everyone
that
else.
was a lesson to me though that
You should do your job.
not that I should
yes.
what you doing?
That I didn't stop calling certain man them. Man them don't do that.
They don't behave for it that
Not
way.
in case of doing my job, but don't abuse power when you have it, because that just
And do your job.
could have
That's
gone
true.
left.
Because you can fuck around a bit and mess around and do whatever
but
when you're a top performer. But
There's
that's
a bit, and then
no,
there's-
that's the extreme.
What's he done?
8 hours.
Managers delegate all the time. That's all they do. So I've learned from them. Like I had no choice.
The little you got trauma because you left man upstairs to go watch your team.
No, but he was cut. But you know why he was so happy working under me? Because like
Honey.
You let a man work under
You
you.
Honey,
Honey.
see you
Crazy.
looking
Oh.
at me.
But you know,
Ready?
No, one question.
Lift the man's bridges.
Did you do a good job?
huh?
Did you do a good job?
What, Marcus?
Did you do a good job?
Did you what you said?
Oh yeah, Marcus is a great job.
Remember lifting man's bridges?
Marcus is a great job.
You know, man, lift your bridges.
And he was a Liverpool fan. He did a great job.
Remember getting up to you?
Cool guy. I used to talk to him about life a lot. That is so crazy. But bro, you have a couple men under you.
Oh, nah.
No, you do with the football thing.
She
No,
got
no,
you
no.
there,
No,
bro.
I'm so done. I wish I was sitting on the armchair
I
to do this.
liaise with people to make my job easier. I don't have people that work under me.
I hear you still. Has anyone ever been essayed at work?
What the? What? Yeah.
I would
Yeah?
say
Yeah.
so.
Is that what Marcus done to you?
No, that's crazy. That's insane, bro. That's insane.
I would say. It's not SA if you're consenting, though, isn't it?
Okay, speaking about
Huh?
birds,
Whoa, hold up, nigga, hold up. What the hell? Wait, no, Katie is tapped. No, sorry, Katie is tapped. No, Reese, do you know how dumb this is? I asked, have you been essaying at work? And she said, it's not really essay if you consent. What?
Because what I was going to say is...
No.
I used to have banter with some guy at work and then blah, 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 you got touchy feet, but then we kind of...
You consented?
It was consensual.
So why did you even bother saying
I was
that?
like, when you're in work and then people are in a
But
bit
it's
of
not
touchy
essay-
and they shouldn't be.
But it's not essay though.
No,
You've already said you consented.
No, but...
So why?
It could have been borderline because I could have been like, what are you doing? But instead I was like a little time.
No, but it couldn't have been borderline because you consented.
Who started?
I didn't know it was happening. Like, I didn't know he was messing around and doing all that, and I was like,
Oh, so it was progressing slowly and you were
Yeah.
letting it happen.
yeah, and I was
Okay.
like, in my head, I was like, this isn't work. Should I? Ooh, it's quite nice. Oh, I like that. Do it again. Yeah, no, yeah.
So you haven't been essayed at work.
On a more serious note, recently.
don't say re in
Yo.
any sentence.
I said recently.
Nah.
This guy, he said, don't say re. Oh my god, that is dumb. That is so dumb.
But you heard what I heard.
Yeah.
Don't talk about
Is that why you went or?
Yeah,
No.
don't say re.
Okay,
Don't say
of
don't
late.
say SA and then go re.
Okay,
No,
lately-
don't mix me in foul fuckeries, bro.
Lately, yes.
Okay.
And
forbid.
my manager went through the whole motions of going through it. So I don't think I've actually told anyone this. I think the only person I told was obviously my boyfriend and my sister and my boyfriend's sister. Anyway, we was at a work social.
Mhm.
And we was all there, the whole team and stuff. So our team is quite blended and we have different offices. So we had 2 people from our Sunderland office on our team.
Mhm.
And one of them was a guy.
Mhm.
And
Is he from Sunderland?
yeah.
Makes sense. Go on, continue.
And backstory, he
He's from Sunderland.
is
That's the backstory.
he is gay. But I also now wonder if he does dibble dabble. He's the kind of person that might come down to London for the
I'm gonna
weekend.
bleep this whole section.
No, it's fine because she didn't say.
I'd say dibble dabble.
Yeah.
He's the kind of person that will come down for a weekend to London for work, and we've got like our Christmas party or whatever, and he'll bring poppers, whatever, ready to ramp. Okay,
So
You mean
It's not Poppers. Yeah, we
No, I don't mean those. I'll explain to you after. So, long story short, we was at drinks and whatever. Yeah, it's nuts. I'll tell you after properly.
Right.
Long story short, we was at drinks and whatever, and we was all like, everyone was just sitting there drinking, chatting. Well, who knows?
Okay, cool. Just making sure for time. Continue.
But yeah, anyway. So we was having drinks and whatever, and the night was like quite young. It was probably like 9, 10.
Yeah.
And we could notice that he was getting a bit drunk and whatever. And we was like, it's all right. And then long story short, we was doing taking it in turns going to the bar. Right. So at one point, one of the girls went toilet. There was like 4 of us left at this point.
Yeah.
One went toilet, one was at the bar, and we was at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And a man was like, all of a sudden, him.
Okay, cool.
Was like,
oh, just grabbing.
But as in like, I can't even remember what I had on. I don't think
left
I had.
Left or right?
Kid or shot?
He didn't grab it fully because I was like, it didn't get that far. But he was like very much handsy.
So what? Sexual assault don't work for me. Am I just put my hand on your teeth?
No,
But he had t-shirt on his chest. It's demonstration.
What do you mean?
Sorry. What I should have said is, do you mind?
Call our HR department, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Mark.
So he basically like was laughing, and I was like, "You're right," because I was taken aback. And I don't think it should be allowed just because he's gay. So, and he was like, oh.
Wait, he was trying to touch your chest.
We was chatting, and he was laughing.
Because she said he didn't.
No, he didn't fully like go in and cut. Because I think I might have had on a sort of low top like this. I think he was like kind of over.
Cool,
but, and I was like,
I didn't realize you had a low top on. That's how blind we are.
He put his hand there.
It was too far anyway. Yeah. So I was like, and he was like, "Oh, you know, you're just sexy, don't you? Anyway, and you or like that."
You not let your gay friends get away with that. So
there's a difference because if I have gay friends that I'm quite close with, and I'm friends with,
familiarity.
You have. Do you know what I mean?
You have access.
There's just a certain familiarity. Like it's like saying you're not gonna just come up to me and hug me for no reason. Like I'm personal space. Anyway. That happened, it kind of escalated, and then he was like, kind of started saying stuff. So I told the other girls, I was like, yeah, I think it's time to go, because he's a bit. And then.
This is the Poppers doing this to him.
No, that's just his inhibitions.
No.
Right, okay.
So then he was like, what do you like? What do you like?
So
he was like, what do you like? And I was like, what are you wearing? Come, let's just. And I swear to God, I've never thought I'd hear anything like this.
Bathroom.
Like the movies. No, he didn't even say it's good. He was like, come, let's go out of here. Let's get out of here. Come on. And I was like, what?
If you think he's gay for pay?
And he, I think him and his partner have somewhat an open relationship when it comes to it. And they
he's bi?
No.
Or pan?
He's not, but I think they might dibble-dabble with girls for fun.
So
I don't know. Because he was like,
he might be bi or pan then?
I don't know.
What's bi or pan?
I never asked him.
Bisexual or pansexual?
Oh.
But it was just going a bit too... And then I was like to the other girls...
No, it's two separate things.
I thought it was a new thing. I was just like, rah.
So I spoke to the other girls. I was like, yeah, no, we need to go. And I was like, he's doing too much. I was like, I'm not on it. Let's go.
Babes.
But when they came back, I was like, and then, because it all happened quite quickly, and I was like, bathroom, quick, now. So we all went and then was talking whatever, and I was just saying, oh, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. I was like, it's just weird. Let's just go before it gets out of hand. Fucking hell, we've come out of the toilet, the boy's on the floor. He's tried to get up to find us or follow us, and he's collapsed on the floor. So now it's very much like, everyone in the club is looking, like bars, looking like, who's this guy with? And he was like, they're my friends. I'm not, man, they're over there. And I thought, how the hell did he get like that?
What's that Kiki Palm thing? I don't know who that man I don't know who that man is.
How did he get like that
I don't know who that
in a space of 5 minutes? Long story short, it was just the worst. And we obviously had our group chat. So one of the girls had said, oh, by the way, we need you to give us so-and-so's details, because obviously our company put up his room, so we asked our manager, can you give us his details, because this guy can't walk or whatever, and security's helping us, we need to put him in a cab and send him to this whatever.
Bandicoot, bro.
Then following that, I think I had annual leave, and then when I came back, I had like a full meeting with my manager. She was obviously really supportive in that. She went, I know that obviously afterwards when I asked if everyone's okay, and we were laughing about it because we laughed about how silly it was, and she went, but it is quite a serious situation, how do you feel? I was like, no, in the moment, very uncomfortable, and I don't think it should be warranted. And it's more the intent and what he had said initially. So the insinuations he made was that I'm hot. We're good friends, so he thought. What do you like? Do you want to just get out of here with me? Let's go back here. Well, the hotel's only up the road. You can stay with me, and all of these things.
How about now?
And I think we was in that moment. We had people that helped us get him in the car and whatever and stuff, but it was just, we later on found that obviously he had taken poppers and he likes to do a little bit of swinging and here and there. But I was like, it's just that there's just a line you don't cross when it comes to work. And then the next day, nonchalant, acted like nothing happened.
Did you report him to?
My manager was like, if you do want to report it, I'm 100% gonna like back you on this. And I said, for me, it is a bit uncomfortable and it's a bit awkward to come report it. Not saying I don't want to. I was like, but is there a way that
your manager a woman or a man?
She's a woman.
Yeah, if you like her.
Yeah, and my manager above, he's a man as well. Yeah, so I was like,
she's a dickhead. Because no, I just have to know, like, if I'm being honest, your manager, if you tell your manager that you've been SA'd, your manager shouldn't say, if you want to go through with reporting this,
you have to report it.
It's not the manager takes control of that situation from. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's putting the onus on you. So now you're gonna feel bad, like, oh, my day is like, no, he SA'd you.
Didn't, because even though she's basically the way our team is set, she's a team lead that's now progressing to a manager, and we report to whoever's higher. So she had to take it higher to them, who then had mentioned it to HR, and then they'd asked me what would I want to do next. So I guess in her,
but it's not in your control anymore.
No, I know.
It's gross misconduct. It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's no longer in your control.
I remember Arnold told me a story once. Yeah, I think I'm only here now. Years ago.
Long story short,
he went out.
He's not. Yeah.
He went out on I think it was like a work drinks thing. Yeah, this was years ago. I think we might have been like 25 or 26. Yeah. One of the guys got stupid drunk in the pub with HR there and pulled his bits out.
Yeah, he's out of there, man.
He was lucky to survive the job. Yeah, but like them not stick like Arnold laughed at him about it, but he said, bro, he's like the final warning he got from that. Even though it's outside of work, you're still around work people.
Yeah, it's still.
That's what I'm saying.
Any job I've ever in, everyone's like, "Oh, Reece, you're a bit like uptight." I was like, "No, in my head, I was like, bro, you lot are work colleagues. I drink your 3 drinks. I'm drinking 1. Yeah, you're right. Only conversation I get involved in is football. Anything else that sounds a bit mad or someone says something mad at work, I'm just like, oh, the sky looks great. Hey boy, my trains are being a get already. I was like, yeah, gotta make it home to the, you know what I mean? Like, did it?
Yeah,
not involved.
It's true.
Yeah,
work things. Yeah, I'm Mr. One Drink. I'm gone.
Oh
yeah.
No, as friendly as you can be with certain people, no one at my workplace has ever seen me
quickly before
on the floor or like.
How long have you left?
For what?
Well, you're traveling back to Narnia, so I'm asking first before I jump into another conversation.
Narnia is crazy.
What the fuck is this? Bomber. Oh.
So why is she doing that?
This has been the different.
You tell me that.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah.
Online they're saying Wirtz has more assists than Mr. Let It All Work Out.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Wirtz has more assists than Mr. Let It All Work Out. Eze. You know? That is so dumb. That is so dumb. That is so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes or no?
What's the next topic?
Burning bridges or mending them?
We can, yeah.
Okay, cool. So basically, yeah. Let me ask Gabriel a question.
Yeah.
Are you a person that likes to build bridges, or if the bridge is on fire, do you leave it alone?
Build bridges.
Mark.
Depends.
No.
If it's on fire.
Answer the question, bro.
If it's on fire, let it
burn. Like Usher.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kidio.
Build bridges.
Cool. The reason why I asked this, yeah, Kevin McCall, who's known for, I think he's got a couple songs.
Deuces is the biggest one.
Deuces, I think he might have wrote Loyal.
No.
Oh, Deuces and a couple other songs, cool, yeah?
Oh, this.
Yeah, basically what's happened is he, for years, I think, has had a...
Oh, I saw that.
For years, he's kind of had a back and forth with Chris Brown. And when I say back and forth, I mean he's been screaming at Chris Brown and Chris Brown hasn't engaged.
He crashed out.
Yeah, and I think the best thing about when people cuss Chris Brown's found a way now to just be like, I'm not getting involved in it.
It's my honey right
there.
So,
obviously, Kevin McCall did an interview recently where he basically spoke about, like, it kind of hurts his soul that Chris Brown's doing the Breezy Bowl tour, and one of the songs on the tour made Chris Brown a lot of money.
Well, it depends.
Yeah, I think he's written like 4 big songs for Chris Brown, but I think Deuces is probably the biggest one. And he said, just of that 90 million tour, just give me 25k for my song. He said, I got an EBT card. I don't know what EBT card is.
I think it's
like a food stamps or benefits. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Joking.
And he's like, things have just gone left, and he started crying. A lot, obviously, I didn't realize in the comments that I think he's got a child with either Marcel or something like that. And
I think he's got 2 kids, I think.
And I think like he's been done for DV, and I think his life kind of fell apart from that.
Yeah, drugs as well.
So he started crying. Chris Brown kind of woke up and was just like, I didn't know what was going on in the first place. But he said, if you wrote those songs for me, why don't you write another one? Right, yeah, for yourself. He was like, this is Wild with Kevin McCall. This accolades I've got Wild with Kevin McCall. Is the accolades I've got off Kevin McCall.
I think, no, he said that before.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
this. Yeah, it's an old clip that resurfaced, yeah.
So then, obviously, Kevin McCall's kind of said his piece this week and whatever, well, recently, I don't know if it's this week, I'm riffing. And he said, I think Chris Brown posted something that said...
Do you want me to say it?
Go on.
Remember this. Well, this is the thing. Remember this. You can't walk across a burnt bridge. And you know what's funnier than a troll? A broke one.
Give a fifth.
I'm not happy at that, man. Nah.
I think you can only take... If you're the quiet one and people keep taking pop shots at you, I think...
Also, you don't know everything that's gone on as well. That's my main thing.
Kevin McCall is a songwriter that has worked with Chris Brown. He's an Grammy award-winning songwriter. So it's not like he's a bum. Like, he's proper contributed towards some success that Chris Brown has had.
Yeah.
Right? Whether Chris Brown's had success with him after or before, it doesn't matter. But this is my thing. Songwriters it's a known thing in the music industry that songwriters basically don't get paid.
Well.
Money Long spoke about this not too long ago. And with songwriters...
Money Long had destroyed her career before it started, by the way.
With the black women thing, that's right, yeah.
Oh.
But she's
no, but on the interview, the latest interview of Kevin, he did speak about getting paid, but then he spoke about the child support that he had to pay was like $2,000 a month or whatever. So that took a big chunk out of what he got paid. But then this is the thing. That's not obviously Chris's fault.
It's the thing as well, though. Like, it's like publishing is another thing, right? I don't know what sort of deal Kevin McCall has, but it's possible that he's sold over his publishing.
He did say he sold his publishing.
Yes,
I think for $500K.
So that would mean he's not making any money from this.
Yeah, he said that,
right? At all. Even though and that's why publishing is scary. Don't sell off your
and Deuces ain't making money now.
And no, but Deuces will have publishing, like they will get publishing, but because it's not going to go to him.
Exactly,
it's going to go to the publishing company now. So hopefully, he's only signed the deal for a period of time, a set amount of time, and then eventually he can make money again. But I kind of feel as if, like Chris Brown, he was kind of involved in your success. I kind of feel as if
that's not Chris's responsibility.
He should have taken a more mature approach.
But you don't know the fallout between them two.
True.
Can I ask you a question?
True.
Because you're a bridge builder, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to ask you this question.
Yeah.
What is a line for you where I'm not even going to use Richie as an example?
Theft.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Because
that makes it so much easier.
He was ready for that one.
That makes it easier.
Yeah.
So, say for example, you are the talent.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're Ola Brown. Right. Yeah. My stomach is hungry. Yeah. You're Ola Brown. Yeah. And me or Richie, Cody's life, grew up together. Part of the process joined you like in what year 7 of your career
Mm-hmm.
to kind of not amplify you, but to kind of add a little more zhuzh to what you've already put out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I give you 4 slaps, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And the 4th slap is the one that kind of goes.
Yeah.
We fall out because I stole.
You stole money from me.
I'll say I stole equity from you. Because
Okay.
money is something that you can build back quick, but I stole equity from you.
I don't even care what you steal.
But then I'll just
stealing.
no,
Yeah,
but the thing, I just want to say equity.
Yeah.
Because equity makes it sound like it's something that on a loss you can't get back.
You can't get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if money you can get back. I'm saying equity, right? Yeah, and then you pull the ripcord away, yeah, and then for the next 10 years, I'm talking about you wicked. Are you still gonna be like, yeah, you know what? I gotta kind of look after Rishima because even though that happened, like I know he's in a bind right now. Or you're like, you know what? No, you did that shit.
Yeah.
Reap what you sow.
I would. I can't forgive someone that's robbed me, man. I can't this is the thing. Like I say that maybe I can, but the current maturity level I'm at now, the current version of me now, it's so hard for me to forgive someone that's robbed me. Like I'm not talking like you saw a couple pennies in my room, or you saw like a £1 coin in my room, and you just took it. Spent it. I'm not like I'm not talking about stuff like that.
Yours is theft.
I'm talking about
What's yours?
Disrespect.
Mine's well, I think they go hand in hand. Mine's theft and disrespect. So.
But then
Mine's
see with
also
Mark's
murder.
one.
I'm the same as Mark.
With Mark's one and with your with you and Mark's one, right? There has to be a grading system to the disrespect.
Yeah, of course.
Because there's common disrespect we deal with every day. Like
the common disrespect is someone being like, no, but then again, there's common disrespect you do every day, and there's disrespect where your friend's out of pocket and doubles down and does all that. Well, I haven't done anything. That's not common disrespect.
Yeah, that's
doubling
down.
There's a level of them, bro. I've told people to shut the fuck up, yeah? Like, where I'm like, bro, I'm talking, stop talking, right, yeah? There's that level of disrespect where it's like, you're being rude. No, I'm trying to talk and you're cutting me off. And then there's, you're moving mad and I'm trying to, I don't like the way you did that, but I haven't done anything disrespect. And you're like, you know what?
Do you know what I've learned, and this is like what I've learned. This is what I've learned more in my adult life. I couldn't do this in college, but like when I got to like uni and like after uni, I could do this, and it was very easy for me. Sometimes, because I'm usually in positions where I'm leading.
Wow.
I'm usually in positions where I'm leading.
Yeah.
I might talk to people a certain type of way. I might say certain things.
You have people under you.
Nutty man.
I might say certain things to someone. And so people, they'll pull me up on it afterwards, like, hey, bro, you know what, yeah?
Like,
you're my bro, but you're my bro, but you know, like when you said this, or it could be a girl. It could be a girl. It could be a girl.
No, lifting up a man's privilege is insane.
It kills me every time.
It could be a girl.
Mark.
You said it.
You said it.
Yeah, but I done the action, didn't it? Classic clip.
When someone says to me like, okay, you know what, like on a real, like what you said to me was a bit disrespectful because of blah 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 blah. Even if I can't understand why that person found it to be disrespectful,
I have to ask why.
But even I might ask why. But then if they give me their why, because it's their experience,
of course,
right? What I then do is this. Okay, bro, you know what it is. You know I've got love for you. You know I would never disrespect you intentionally, right? So if what I've done is a disrespect to your apologies, but you know that's not what I'm on. You know where it is.
You know the issue I have with...
I'm okay with doing it as an adult.
The issue I have with, like... Remember I was talking to you earlier on, because you've got to wrap in a second, yeah?
Yeah.
Remember the conversation we had earlier on, and the message where you was like, I'm being disrespectful, and I read it back. There's disrespect where you're outlandishly trying to be rude, and there's directness where you're holding someone accountable and they take it as disrespectful.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Because I said this, my intention 9 times 10 is never to be disrespectful. If you're like, Reese, I don't like the way you did X, Y, and Z, I said, you know what, that weren't my intention, I'll put my hands up, and the rest. But ultimately, for me, I call it a catalogue of errors that leads to disrespect.
Yeah.
So if I keep talking to you about something and you keep taking the piss, now when I'm being heavily direct, that's not disrespect. It's called you're taking the piss, and now you feel away because you're being held accountable for behaviours that shouldn't sit there. Yeah. Okay then.
There's nothing wrong with
that.
Like,
and people trying to take your kindness for weakness.
Yes.
After a while.
But then I guess that's where it comes. That's where that comes into it. I'm that kind of person that if it's not like I'll let you mug me off several times before I cut. Something happens, I'll say. Something happens, I'll say. We get over it. But if you keep not learning, doing the same shit, bye. Yeah? Bye. Just like NSYNC. But even with family, like I said this before, same with family, that's the kind of shit that's happening right now. And it's like, I'm not the kind of person that, bridges burnt, but I'm very much...
on fire.
Yeah.
Charizard.
Yeah, I'm like, and it's basically like...
Every fire anime character.
There's only...
Any Pokemon with fire powers.
Super Saiyan.
No, fire. That's not even... That's aura. Fire.
Actually, no, it isn't it? Shame. But no, yeah, it gets to a certain extent.
I'm so forgiving sometimes.
Would you? Fire.
That is
I
scary.
I can be.
So scary. Like.
What?
I'm so forgiving sometimes that it's so scary.
Do you know when I stopped being when I stopped being forgiving?
Yeah.
When I realised, that I was being forgiven for other people, not for myself. And they say sometimes you forgive people more for your benefit than someone else. My thing is, I will forgive the fuckeries. I just want to be near you. I feel like the forgiveness part in me, like when people like, do you hold feelings? I said no, because once I'm done, I'm done. I just don't want to be around you, right? Yeah,
I'll distance myself.
I said my thing is this: the option in life is you either scuff or you remove yourself.
Yeah.
Me when I remove myself is you're giving yourself grace so that you yourself have to understand. Okay, cool. This is triggering for me. I understand why it's triggering for me.
Yeah.
I understand why it's a disrespect for me. And ultimately, if the person doesn't see it or for why it's a certain way,
Or don't care.
just do this.
And removing yourself from
Quick
the situation, is also like, it's saving your peace as well. Preserving your peace, I should say, sorry. Yeah, that for me, big one.
With women, it's a bit more difficult. Like, for example, okay, cool. When I used to be in the studio with a female artist, for example, right? You might know who they are. You might not.
I love this. Guess who?
I used to do this thing where if I'm speaking to them and they do something disrespectful, and I'm letting them know, like, listen, what you've done is mad. Like, can you not? And they double down on it and they cool, right? I've said this thing from the start when I started working with female artists. I said, I'm never gonna send you out of the studio because I don't believe in kicking people out. I'm never going to do that. I'm always still going to make sure you get home safe because a lot of the time we're working until it's mad late.
Early doors, yeah.
Right. But just because I'm not going to kick you out of the studio doesn't mean I'm not going to mentally clock out of what we're doing. Thanks. I'm just going to clock out. What I just do, I'll start airing, I'll clock out.
You see what you do?
And then I'm watching basketball.
You see what you do? Yeah. This is where you and I are similar. Yeah?
Yeah.
I will always caveat what is going to piss me off.
Yeah, exactly.
I will repeat it 2 to 3 times where if you don't abide by these things, abide is mad like away from the context of me working. Yeah. I don't mean like in general context. But if you don't abide by these things, if these are the boundaries in place, don't cry after because it can't be a thing of you didn't say this. I've been saying this. To get to a point sometimes, I just give you the rope.
You know, sometimes women don't.
Either we're gonna have the rope together and we're gonna have a tug of war, right? Yeah, of machine for machine, or I'm gonna give you the rope and you're just gonna, pardon the term, you're gonna hang yourself with it in the proverbial, in the metaphorical sense, because it means naturally we're now stuck between a rock and a hard place where you feel like you know better. And I don't have the energy.
I don't even have the energy to keep it. I used to say like stuff like, okay, cool. Do you want to leave, go for a walk, clear your head, and then come back and think about what you
said? Yeah.
Sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no. Okay, cool. At that point where it's no, I'm gonna clock out. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do. I'll be on the laptop, and you're just gonna be there existing. Then the moment you decide whether it's okay, I'm just gonna get up and leave. I'll be like, okay, do you want me to pay your cab? Or furthermore, when you get home, send me how much the cab money was and I'll pay for it. Have a good evening. Simple. Like, I'm not going to... When it comes to, like, disrespect and arguing with women and things like that, bro, I'm not interested. I just can't do it. I don't know how people do it. Like, I see when people shout at their women and...
Really petty and women
I'm like, I'm like, bro, you can't do that, man.
My thing is, whenever I've ever had a discourse with anyone, right, I think it's more with women, because I think as a guy we kind of know what is and what isn't. Yeah, and obviously men and women are different in the way in which they engage when it comes to conflict. I think it's either you're going to respond or you're going to listen. It's one of the two, but you can't actively talk while someone else is talking. So I said, if you're going to listen to why I think what you're doing is out of pocket, or you're not, and we just completely walk away from each other.
Yeah. When people that's the thing. When people cut me off, like I'll let you finish. Okay, I'll let you finish. Then if I want to talk again, and you're cutting me. Okay, I'll let you finish. Cool. Now you're still cut. Okay, listen, you've cut me off 3 times now. There's no point in having this conversation. There's no point. It doesn't make sense because regardless of what I say, you're going to cut me off,
and you're probably not taking.
So what's
it
the
in
point?
anyway.
Yeah, what's the point? Like,
what? Am I not allowed to have an opinion?
It's been episode 245 of the DFP podcast. I've been Reece. You can find the CSP and all your favourite DFPs. My favourite YouTube. You can find my Mark, Katie, and Owen's information in the description below. You can find our TikTok link, the podcast playlist link, Mark's photography link, and all the other links in the description below. I've been Reece. My right spin.
Someone that wasn't taken in.
But you wasn't. To her right spin.
Drinks.
How the camera's been.
hey, bro. Gabriel.
Yeah. And we'll be back next week. Mark, enjoy your holiday.
Thank you.
Peace and love, love and blessings.
Box of patties,
right, yeah.
bag juice,
and
coconut jelly water. Yeah. Now your blood
and we'll
clot.
Be back next week.
At a party I looked on a blood clot and
Take the picture. Take the picture. Take the picture. Take the picture.
You know what? Is it?
Take the picture.
Yeah.
Was that one apart?
The room with the velvet tone. Reece drops gems like a rolling stone. 2 drinks laughs, his voice a saxophone. Late night wisdom feels like home. Voices weave like threads of silk. Sipping thoughts like honey. Different strokes, one soul, one vibe. Talking life